Boom shakalaka. Today's video, we're going to be talking about why today's Bitcoin crash is actually good for Bitcoin. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're talking about why the Bitcoin price crash today is actually good for Bitcoin. We're going to be taking a look at some of the best charts today and discussing why this is really, really good news. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Push the like button and let's get into it. Today, Extreme Fear 22, not as far down from yesterday as I would have thought, considering the entire market is down 3.5% today. Bitcoin at 24.62, Ethereum at 11.43, BNB at 2.29, XRP 32 cents, Cardano 45 cents, Solana $35, and Dogecoin 6 cents. And if you want to know the top coins today based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, if we don't take a look at all the stable coins here, which is like 2/3 of the portfolio, we have Cosmos, Hub, Polygon, Quant, and Uniswap. And if you want to check out Tokenmetrics for yourself, there is a 1-week free trial by clicking the link down in the description. Now, Bitcoin price today has dropped pretty significantly. You can see this drop off. As a matter of fact, we got rejected by the 200 weekly moving averages yellow line just a few days ago. But in the overall grand scheme of things, we're in this wedge right here, which is set to break out by the beginning of August. Historically, July has been a very, very good month for Bitcoin. Today is 7/11. This could be the day that everyone is talking about, but if not now, definitely before August, we should see a breakout up or down. Now, as everyone is shorting the stock market in anticipation of the CPI releases on Wednesday, we can see here that historically every time there have been record shorts like there are right now, the market actually rocketed up. The price went up, the price went up, the price went up, the price went up. When everybody's expecting the price to go down, sometimes the price can go up. So why then is Bitcoin price falling? Well, let's actually take a look at it. Right now, Bitcoin is in a bullish Adam and Eve pattern. You can see over the past few days, there's Adam, which looks like a peener, and there's Eve, which looks like a cat, and then the price comes right back down there before bouncing off. Now, roughly, the price there, the confirmation point, is roughly about 20,885, down from the 22,000, 23,000 where we were. Now, as of right now, the price is a little bit lower than then, but it doesn't have to be exactly. And if we take a look here, TechDev is saying that if we take a look at Bitcoin versus WTI oil, he says further immediate downside possible, but anything in green has strong probability of constituting a macro bottom and likely offers high reward, low risk over a multi-month horizon. So basically we can see this falling wedge and a descending broadening wedge, both of these having basically a bottom right there that could be somewhat of a bottom for Bitcoin versus oil. But also, if we take a look at Bitcoin versus NASDAQ, we can see right here, a very critical point for Bitcoin where we are. There are these red spider lines right here. And basically, from the top, it's about 476 days till it touches the spider line. From the top, 476 till it touches the spider line. From the top, 476 until it touches the confluence of spider lines. Could potentially see a bounce there. If we take a look at another macro structure, we can see right now Bitcoin is doing somewhat similar to what it did back in 2011 to 2013. We can see this blue parabola right here, this red straight line, and the green bottom before price eventually rocketed off past those. Well, we have this blue parabola, which was the 2017 bull run. We have this bottom right here, and then Bitcoin has fallen underneath of it before potentially, if it were to fractalize it, repeat itself, it could blast off above there. Even the altcoin market being correlated to DXY right now. Alts into intersection of parabola prior all-time high and 8-year trend line, while DXY intersection of parabola local diagonal and 18-year trend line. You can see these are basically just the exact opposite of each other, pointed out by these blue, purple, and green markers. They're doing the exact opposite of each other. So if we do have a top in DXY, this could potentially be a bottom in Bitcoin, but some are speculating that the DXY, there's no stopping it. It can't do wrong. As a matter of fact, I saw that as a headline today. Potentially, if you're if you go against what large news networks say, well, a counter trader, then you might think that's the top. Now, if we take a look, Bitcoin macro cycles are getting longer than they were previously. we can see here a very sharp green parabola followed by a longer red parabola. Well, if we have longer green, longer red, well, we're only about halfway through this parabola, which could be taking Bitcoin price up to the $400,000 area within the next year or so by about 2025. Because despite what Bitcoin price is doing, yes, it's falling down a little bit today, still above $20,000. Who knows if that'll hold by the time this video publishes, but we can see here with the entity adjusted short-term holder net realized PL, the NUPL, we can see that it has actually fallen down into this green area, historical buy territory, and then actually bounced outside of it. Now, the previous 2 times this happened, I want you to see here, the bottom was already in. This one here, the bottom was already in. So if we were to expect this metric to do what it has done previously, that would mean that the bottom is already in. And if we take a look here, the entity adjusted long-term holder NUPL, this one was the short-term holder, this is the long-term holder, we can see that the bottom was at the beginning of this red zone the last 3 times. When we had this coming down into the red zone, well, that was the bottom, the bottom, the bottom, and we are already in the red zone, potentially the bottom, which brings us to this chart right here. TechDev saying that Bitcoin flipping the $32,000 to $35,000 likely confirms the end of reaccumulation and this year plus correction, most probably to occur once the 100 weekly and 50 weekly EMAs are in this range. Currently, the 100 weekly EMA is at 34,500 and the 50 weekly is at 37,000. So we might have to wait a little bit longer for Bitcoin to actually flip in that. But if we take a look at a lot of the charts today, there's a lot of evidence pointing towards the bottom already being in despite macro factors. And especially if we see a short squeeze based on the CPI reports on Wednesday, you better believe that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are going to blast off too. So that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.